Welcome to the Trading Lounge, and here we're looking at the indices and the S&P 500. We were looking last time we spoke for wave 3 to be in here and wave 4 to pull back into the wave 4 of one lesser degree into the 1972 area. However, on the cash market there is good support at 1975. We should see this market push up from here. However, wave force can get a little bit sideways and complicated, so we may have to allow for a more complicated pattern before we see a move to the upside, or we could move straight up through here. But the main point is that the wave 4 distance here is just about complete, and we can see it move up from there. It's the same with the Dow Jones as well. Same pattern. I thought that it may have come back to the wave 4 of one lesser degree at 16,950. However, it's sitting quite nicely on the 1700, and that's kind of fine from there as well. So with support on 1730, the top of subgroup 1 would be the long trade to the upside here, looking for wave 5 up. But do understand, once wave 5 is completed, and that's the 5 waves of these structure here, then we'll be in for a larger correction here. So we've got a session or two to the upside there. The DAX is following the S&P 500. Even though it pulled back quite strongly through here, it still pulled back to the 4th wave of one lesser degree. So we'll include that in terms of the wave 4 here, and we'll still be looking for a wave 5 to make a new high above here. And this is the same with the FTSE as well. The FTSE pulled back quite deeply as well, but once again only pulled back to the 38.2 retracement level here at 68.20. So all is well there, and the Australian market tends to follow this market as well. However, the Australian market hasn't pulled back to this as sharply as this here, because it's working with the 5500 here, this particular level here. But it does have its own problems as well. We have been counting 5 waves. I have to excuse me because I lost the counts on the charts that I had, and I've just had to quickly relabel this particular one. So, but one of the main problems here is that we've got a little bit tricky, but basically we've got 5 waves up here, which we can label as wave 1, and back for wave 2 here. It's quite a strong wave. But then wave 3 here, which pulls in at 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd, back for the 4th, and up for the 5th here. This 3rd wave here is a bit shorter than this wave here, okay, than wave 1. So what that's telling me is that wave 3 can't be the shortest, so that means that wave 5 here is going to be short. And this distance that I've taken here is 61.8% of the length of this 3rd wave here. So we shouldn't expect this to move too much higher here. We know that it's dealing with some old tops as such through here. So yeah, and we expect it to fold back into the 5500 and perhaps even lower through here. If it was going to pull back into here, then we need to look at well, I don't think it will pull back that far actually, because the cash market's trading a little bit higher at 55.18 or something, so it's not like a big deal in it. But obviously the levels are here, the 80, 72 and 65, they would come into play. And on the top side here we've got 10, 20 and 30 here. So if we found support on top of 55.20, if that was the case today for some reason, then go long from that point there. Otherwise we look for a move back below the 5500 here. It may only come to the 54.90 here, but if it does come below here, and then you can see that it's established support back on top of the 55, then go long from that position there. So it's a bit tricky to go short, because we can see that the S&P 500 is going to be pushing to the upside. Yet, so look, we're going to see profit taking in the morning session here on the Tuesday. So we'll have to see what happens in the afternoon session. But if you see that support after either back onto the 5500, or if it just dwindles in here, then starts looking for supports in here, then still look for the 55.20 for the long side there. But don't expect too much to the upside. The 55.50 is a probable target, but Yeah, and just build in through group one here. But if it doesn't trade below the 5500, then look for support on the 5520. That's about it. NAB have got their business confidence index coming out at 1130. It's not a biggie, but it plays a bit of it's reasonably important as such. And that's it really. So it's all really quite simple. Yeah, all good. Alrighty, cheers.